Panagdait and good afternoon sa tanan. My name is Johnny Colayan Cabanyero and I'm gonna discuss to you about inheritance. So inheritance allows programmers to extend one class to other classes, which means that the properties and behaviors of a class can be inherited by other classes. So of course, properties and behaviors can derive to other classes. And that's what the inheritance means to the programmers. And inheritance in OOP maintains an is a relationship or parent-child, and which is inherited by another class called a parent class or a superclass. So, inheritance has two types: single inheritance and multi-level inheritance. So, single inheritance inherits single class. Multi-level inheritance inherits more classes and extends more classes. So, here is my example of single inheritance. So I'm using the parent class of digital gaming. So I use the properties of brand, color, and price of the digital gaming. And here is the constructor here. So since digital gaming has a brand, has a color, and has a price, so I'm using this. This works as a reference to a current object whose method or constructor is being invoked by the properties. So, while to invoke, here is the behavior of the digital gaming. So, the gadget is switching on and the gadget is switching off. So let's move on to the child class, which is the Nintendo. Nintendo extends digital gaming. Of course, Nintendo is part of the digital gaming, and Nintendo has a properties, which is the string brand, string color, and double price. You can use int, but I use double because I wanted to. Super. So, super parent object to eliminate the confusion between superclasses and subclasses, which is the brand, color, and price. So, public void starts playing. So, of course, Nintendo starts to play, which is its behavior. Nintendo starts to install. And after this is a main, which is to address the result. So, I'm using the Nintendo One. You can you can type Nint One or Net One, Nit or whatever, but but here here I'm using Nintendo because I don't want you to feel confused. But you can use any characters if you want. Any characters, any numbers. It depends on you. Because this is the most important thing to address here. So, Nintendo has a brand of Switch Sony and has a color of black and has a price of 2,500. So, here is I'm using the print line to print the result. Of course, the brand of the gadget is Nintendo One dot brand, which is addresses to Nintendo Switch Sony. The color of the gadget is Nintendo One dot color, which is addresses to black. The price of the gadget is Nintendo One dot price, which is addresses the price of 2,500. So I'm using the space, and here its behaviors. So the result is here. The brand of the gadget is Nintendo Switch Sony because I addressed because of this. The color of the gadget is black. The price of the gadget is 2500.0. Nintendo is finally on play. Nintendo is started to install games. And this is how the single inheritance work. And let's move on to the multi-level inheritance. So this is the multi-level inheritance, and still smart technology has properties just like model and the color. So I'm using string model and string color. Here is the constructor. I'm using this just to invoke the method and the constructor. So here is its behavior. So the smart technology can turn on at a time or any time plus time. And smart technology can turn off at any time as it what's the technology likes or whatever. It depends. I'm using phone. Phone extends smart technology. Smart technology is one of the main example of a phone. So I'm using the properties of a phone by int resolution, double price, and string OS. The resolution of a phone, the price of a phone, and the operating system of a phone. So I'm using its constructor and I use supermodel color because based on the smart technology I use the properties of model and the color. So I want to connect. So I used to have this super to connect or to eliminate the confusion between superclasses and subclasses. And I'm using this to still to invoke or to support the method. Here its behavior. So the product took hours of overtime of turning of playing, overtime of whatever. And still I have I have a one product called the Xiaomi phone. And the Xiaomi phone extends smart technology. So public Xiaomi phone has has a properties of model, color, resolution, price, and operating system. And I uses super model color. And Xiaomi phone is has a behavior of charging all the time. And moving on to the test phone. So here is here is the here is the result of the test. So I'm using Xiaomi Phone 1, Xiaomi Phone 2 to address its behavior. Asus Phone 1. And I stated the brand, black, the color of the Xiaomi, and the resolution and the price, and even the operating system. Or you can duplicate the Xiaomi phone. Anything, anytime you want. Um, Different brand, Poco X3, Xiaomi Poco X3, color black, resolution of 1080 pixel, price of 12,000, and operating system. Asus phone has a brand of ROG, color white, still 1080 pixel, and 50,000 of price, and the operating system is still Android. So I'm calling the behaviors from smart technology class. So I'm using Xiaomi phone turning on, Xiaomi phone 2 turning off, Xiaomi phone 1 phone charging, Xiaomi phone 2 phone charging. And here is the result. The product is turning on at 10:30 a.m. So it means the Xiaomi will turning on at 10:30 a.m. The Xiaomi is turning off at 5:45 p.m. The Xiaomi is charging at 10 a.m. and the Xiaomi is charging at 5:45 p.m. And that's how the multi-level inheritance work.